Good morning and welcome to another Saturday morning where we're going to be attempting to predict the 6 fixtures in the Soccer Super Saturday Super 6 from Sky Sports. Now, welcome in everybody who's watching live and anybody who's watching this back a little bit later. Maybe you're watching it with your Saturday lunch before the fixtures takes place. Of course, it's is Premier League match. I think there's only 2 taking place today, or 1 taking place today and 2 on Sunday. And there's a whole full fixture of Championship football, and it is the Championship football fixtures that we are going to be looking forward to this morning. And let's have a look at those 6 fixtures before we make the predictions for them. So we have league leaders Norwich City coming up against Blackburn Rovers. We have Barnsley, who are in absolutely fantastic form at the moment, taking on, I think they're second from the bottom, Sheffield Wednesday. We have Millwall taking on Middlesbrough, Watford taking on Birmingham, Reading taking on Queen's Park Rangers, and Stoke City, the Potters, taking on the Rams of Derby County. And good morning, 10 Step. How are you today, 10 Step? Hope you are doing well on this Saturday morning and looking forward to the football this afternoon. Of course, it is the Welsh Derby later on at 5:30 between Swansea City and Cardiff City, and then later on we've got the Grand Slam match between Wales and France. So let's get straight into it with the first fixture, which is between Norwich and Blackburn. Now, we know that Norwich are in absolutely fantastic form at the moment, at the top of the table in the Championship. As you can see, there they are, 6 wins on the bounce from the Canaries, whereas Blackburn down in 15th position with just 1 win from their last 6 fixtures, and that solitary victory was an away win against Millwall. Last week out, they got a draw at home against Bristol City. Prior to that, it was a loss against Brentford. Prior to that, it was a draw at home against Swansea. And before that, that victory over Millwall on the road, they lost on the road against Reading, the Royals. And prior to that, they drew at home against Coventry City. Let's have a little look at Norwich's form as well. We know that they've won their last 6 fixtures, but they've actually gone 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 matches on the bounce with a win in each of them. Do we think that they can get the 10th win on the trot? What are we thinking, 10 Step? Do you think Norwich can make it 10 wins on the bounce in this Championship fixture? So let's go back and have a look at Reading. Sorry, not Reading. Blackburn Rovers. Are they scoring each? Well, they didn't. They blanked last week, blanked the week before. 1 goal against home against Swansea. They scored 2 on the road. They blanked the week before that, and they scored 1 against Coventry. So they're not scoring many goals. They're not going to score 2 in this one. Let's have a look at Norwich's defence. Okay, they clean sheet last week. They did let a goal in against Sheffield Wednesday. Prior to that, they had clean sheets against Brentford, Wickham, and they did let in a goal against Birmingham. So what are we thinking? I'm thinking that Norwich could get a goal or 2 in this fixture, whereas Blackburn unlikely to score. It is at Norwich as well. Let's have a look what the Super 6 or the Sky community are saying in this. 96% of people believe that this is going to be a Norwich victory. 2% are going for a draw, and 2% are going for a Blackburn Rovers win. Mike Green, good morning, Mike. How are you? Of course, streamer for Newport County, the Black and Ambers. Make sure you go and check out his channel. Anybody who doesn't know Mike, so close to 1,000 subscribers there, Mike. Yeah, I think you're happy to say that Joe Ledley is now joined the Black and Ambers. Not sure if he'll be playing today. I'm not sure of the news of Ledley. Will he be starting, or is he not up to full match fitness yet? Let me know in the comments. But 10 Step has gone for a 2-0 victory to the Canaries. Mike Green has gone for a 3-0 victory to Norwich. And the Cardiff City fan Good morning to you, the Cardiff City fan. Hope you're doing well. And will you be in Nathan's live stream later on this afternoon? So, yeah, I think this is going to be a straightforward victory to Norwich. Can't see Blackburn scoring in this one, so I'm going to go for a 2-0 home win. Whereas Harry Klitschko, good morning to you, Harry. Hope you are doing well. And you have gone for a 5-0 victory to the away side. That is bold, very bold, Harry. So let's move on to the second fixture. And we've got excuse me, we've got Barnsley coming up against Sheffield Wednesday. Now, Barnsley have been doing extremely well this season. Let's have a look where they are in the league. So they're on a formidable run. They have pushed themselves up into 5th in the table, beating Wycombe on the road last time out 3-1. Prior to that, they beat Bournemouth 3-2. Prior to that, they were held 0-0 at home against Derby, which was surprising because Derby, their form hasn't been too good either recently. Prior to that, they had wins at home against Birmingham, away against QPR, and at home against Millwall. But I just want to have a look at Barnsley's record in their last, 10 matches? There where they are, all the way since January the 27th. They haven't lost since the 19th of January. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So they've won 9 matches out of 10, and they haven't lost in 12 matches, you could say. So it looks like Barnsley are going to continue their fine form. Okay, they're not scoring more than 3 goals in these fixtures. It could be that it looks like they're between 1 and 2 goals in this match. Whereas Sheffield Wednesday, second from bottom, I believe they are. There they are. They have lost 5 out of their last 6 fixtures. They drew last time at home against Huddersfield. Prior to that, they lost just 2-1 at home against Norwich. Prior to that, they lost 3-0 on the road to Reading. Prior to that, they lost against Rotherham 2-1, Luton 3-2, and Brentford 3-0. So, what are we thinking, guys? A 1-0 or a 2-0 victory to Barnsley in this one? Let's have a look what the Super 6 community are saying. And we've got 83% are saying a Barnsley victory, 11% are saying a draw, and 6% are going for a Sheffield Wednesday win. In the chat, Cardiff City fan, yeah, good to see that you will be joining Nathan in his stream a little bit later. Yeah, he might be on the bench, mate. It's uncertain. Some people saying he'll start. Some close to the club told me he'll start. Wow, that will be interesting. Not at Newport as well. I think they've won their last two fixtures as well there, Mike. Cardiff City, Patterson win on Sheffield Wednesday. I think Barnsley won't turn up today. Is there any reason for that, Cardiff City fan? Because they've been formidable recently. Harry Klitschko, Barnsley 4, Sheffield Wednesday 0 full time. 10 steps gone for a 2-1 Barnsley victory. Ferris 77, hello. Very upset from Slavia versus Rangers. Andre Carendro was attacked by Glenn Kamara after the match. Did you? I did. It was terrible scenes on the end of that fixture against Rangers from Scotland. Yeah, very upsetting scenes there, Ferris. Not good to see on a football field or anywhere in society these days. But Slavia Prague doing absolutely fantastic to progress in the competition all the same. Mike Green's gone for a 1-0 victory to Barnsley. It'll be a scrappy game, but Barnsley will get the job done. And Louis, how are you doing, my friend? Good to see you once again in the chat. Hope you're well. Yeah, I'm very well. Fresh from myself and Nathan. How can you believe that Nathan is actually up before 11 o'clock? A fresh haircut. Not sure you can see I'm actually with a number 2 today. We just got our haircuts. That's why we didn't know if I'd be live streaming this morning. But yeah, doing very good this morning. So Derby days are scrappy. So I think Wednesday we'll tap home an easy finish. Yeah, I think this will be a hard-fought match in this Yorkshire derby, but I think that Barnsley will scrape through, and I am going to go for a 1-0 victory. So, yeah, derby days are scrappy. Right, so next up we've got Millwall coming up against Middlesbrough. This is a very, very tough one to decide. Of course, Middlesbrough on a very good run of form at the moment. They are in 8th position in the league. They've won 3 out of their last 4 matches and 3 out of their last 6. They beat Preston 2-0 last weekend. or midweek, I believe. And prior to that, they beat Stoke City, which was a very good win of 3-0. Prior to that, they lost on the road. Excuse me, a bit of a late night there. Against Swansea City. And prior to that, they beat Coventry on the road and a draw against Cardiff City. And prior to that, it was a home defeat against Bristol City, 3-1, when I think Bristol City had that was their first managerial when the manager was in charge. Millwall, just 2 positions below them, up and down form, winning 2 of their last 6 matches, 3 defeats there, and they also drew against Luton Town away. Last time out, midweek, they lost 3-2 on the road against QPR, and I think they actually went ahead in that matchup against QPR. I think they were 2-1 up at one point. They did beat Derby, which I correctly predicted last week. Actually, I predicted 3 perfect scores like last week. Last weekend was a very good turnaround for the predictions in the Soccer Saturday Super 6. They lost at home against Blackburn, beat Preston, lost against Barnsley, and drew against Luton Town. So this is going to be a very, very close match, as they always are, really, you could say, in the Championship. Let's have a look what the Sky community are saying. So 19% are going for, 18% are going for a Millwall win. 33% are going for a draw, and 49% are going for a Middlesbrough win. Just want to check out Middlesbrough away form. Yeah, losing and winning 1 in the last 6 matches. I think I know where this is going to head. What's it saying in the chat? Spelling mistake by me. Mike Green, what's your prediction? Newport versus Leyton Orient. It kicks off at 1, so I need to get some food before I'm live at 12:50. Oh, excellent. May check you out a little bit later on there, Mike. I think this is going to be a close match. Hopefully, Legley will play some part in that game, Mike. But I think Newport will come through 2-1 in the end. Newport draw, red card, Lincoln 2-2. We're not playing Lincoln. No, you're not. You're playing Leyton Orient. Don't get Leyton Orient and Lincoln mixed up. 10-step has gone for a 1-1 draw in this fixture. Cardiff City fans gone for 0-0. Harry's gone for a 1-1. And Mike has gone for a 2-1 away victory to Borough. Yeah, I think this is going to be a very close match. I don't think Middlesbrough lose this one. So I am going to go for a 1-1 draw. Next up, we've got Watford. Hi-Fi in Watford against Birmingham. Now, first thoughts is on this one, it's going to be a straightforward Watford win. But I don't think it's going to be straightforward at all. I think Birmingham, last time out, as you can see, gained victory with their new manager, which was a 2-1 win against Reading. Now, Reading, 6th position in the playoff zone at the moment. Reading have won 3 of their last 6. Birmingham, though, beating Reading, losing at home against Bristol City, losing on the road against Barnsley 1-0. Prior to that, they drew away against Huddersfield. Prior to that, they beat QPR, and QPR have been doing very well. Well, their forms have been a little bit indifferent now, but they have won 3 of their last 4 QPR. And prior to that, they lost. Birmingham lost at home against Norwich. Now, Watford. Let's have a look at Watford. Watford have won 5 of their last 6 fixtures. They beat Rotherham on the road 4-1. They beat Cardiff in a hard-fought victory, where I don't think they deserve to gain all 3 points against Cardiff, 2-1. They beat Nottingham Forest 1-0 at home. Wickham 2-0 as well. They lost against Bournemouth 1-0, and they beat Blackburn 3-2. They've only kept 2 clean sheets out with those last 6 fixtures as well. So what are we thinking, guys? Can Birmingham get on the score sheet? We know that they are just above the relegation zone. They are 6 points clear from Rotherham, however. Could this end up in a draw? Or are we going to see a straightforward victory to Watford in this one? Let's have a look what the Super 6 community are saying. 90% of people are going for a Watford win in this one. 7% for a draw, and 3% are going for a Birmingham win. In the chat, Cardiff City fan has gone for a 2-0 victory to Watford. David Redcliffe. David, good morning to you, my friend. Hope you are doing well. Lovesy, the man, the myth, the legend, Mr. Morning, and you've gone for Norwich 3-0, a 1-1 draw for Birmingham. And Ian, I haven't put it on this morning, but you will be happy to see. I'm not sure in the on-air sign is here. I had a bit of a rush this morning, but this is what Ian got for me. Thank you very much, Ian. I don't think you've been in the chat for the last 2 weeks, but yeah, just want to say thank you once again for the sign there. I'll put that back up. I have been using it in some recent videos and live streams, so once again, thank you for your kind gift there. Mike Green has gone for a Watford 6, Birmingham 0. This is the first time ever I've done a prediction like this. Louis has gone for a 1-0 victory to Birmingham. Harry has gone for 8-0 victory to Watford. Big Welsh derby. Hey, David, there is. Nathan is going to be streaming that live. Very, very nervous about it. Cardiff cannot lose that one. If it's a draw, so be it. Hopefully it will come away with the 3 points, but it's going to be a massive game all the same. If you are around at about 5:30, make sure you go and check out Nathan's channel because he will be live streaming a watch along in conjunction with that South Wales derby fixture. 10 step, always hard to predict a team on a bad form when they get a new manager and win in their first game, especially against Reading as well. I'll still go for a Watford 2-1 victory. Ian saying, been working, so unfortunately missed a few weeks. Yeah, no problem, Ian. Are you in a car park this morning? Are you in Sainsbury's, Morrison's, Lidl, Tesco's perhaps? Maybe you're at home now, but all the same, there we are. Mark, Mr. Chat, Mr. Start, so no worries. People got busy lives. Doesn't matter. Anyone joining me, even if I've just got the one viewer, I'll be very, very happy just to stream for them. And welcome in Cyberlieber, WHUFC. Hey, BBR, how are you? I am doing very good this morning. Very nervous for the Cardiff City Swansea match later on this afternoon. Flint will score. Let's hope Flint will score, Cardiff City fan. But back to this Watford versus Birmingham match. Even though Birmingham, new manager, did very well in midweek, I do think Watford will win this match. I think they're going to score 2 goals, but I think that Birmingham will get on the score sheet as well. Maybe Everidge will keep the rest of the Watford attack at bay, but I'm going to go for a 2-1 victory to the Hornets in this fixture. Cyber Leader WHUFC has gone for a 2-0 victory to Watford, and Mark has gone for a 3-0 victory to Norwich. What do you think about Barnsley against Sheffield Wednesday, Mark? Do you think Barnsley will continue up their good form? For a personal view, hopefully they'll slip up, but I do think Barnsley will win in that one. Mark's gone for a 3-0 victory to Watford, and I want you to beat Swansea. Hate them. Yeah, we have to beat Swansea, or if it's a draw, then I will take a draw as well. Ian, what are you saying? Being a Jack yourself, I'm sure you'll want a Swansea victory, but yeah, that's my prediction for Watford, which is a 2-1 win to the Hornets. Next up, we got Reading coming up against Queen's Park Rangers. Now, Reading currently occupy the last berth in the playoff zone. They're currently 6th. They've won 3 of their last 6 fixtures. They're coming up against a QPR side who are in 12th position, who've won 3 of the last 6 fixtures themselves, beating Millwall last time out 3-2 at home. They lost at home against Huddersfield. Prior to that, they beat Wycombe at home, and they've also beaten Bristol City away. Prior to that, they lost against Barnsley at home and lost against Birmingham on the road. Reading, on the other hand, lost away against Birmingham with their new manager, of course. Drew away against Nottingham Forest before they had victories against Sheffield Wednesday, Blackburn Rovers, Rotherham. 2 home victories there and an away victory. And prior to that, they lost against Wycombe on the road. This is at Reading, so what are we thinking, guys? Let's have a look what the Sky community are saying. So, Reading, 49% of people are going for a Reading victory in this one. They 38% are going for a draw, and 14% are going for a QPR win in this one. What I'm going to do, I'm just going to have a quick look at something. Reading v QPR team news. Let's have a quick look at one of these, shall we? Match preview. Right, let's have a look what they're saying. Reading returned to the Majeski Stadium this afternoon after disappointing midweek performance to face Mark Warburton's QPR this afternoon. After a very busy run of fixtures, this is the final game for both sides before the international break, and the home side were especially desperate for 3 points. Yeah, Reading are going to be desperate for all 3 points after winning just 1 point from possible 6 of the previous 2 championship games. 12 points currently separate today's teams, although QPR could reduce this to 9 with a game in hand over the Royals, who will step up and help their side to secure all 3 points today. There's not been a draw at the Majesty Stadium. Oh, so that is interesting. There hasn't been a draw at the Majesty Stadium in 2020-21. Here's everything you need to know. Looking at recent record, Reading have not done too badly recently. However, after previously saying that Not Forest game was a point gained, our defeat at St Andrews makes it seem like 2 points dropped now. Those are 5 points we could have used to solidify our place in the playoffs, especially with a race for the top 6 continue to heat up. With 9 games to go and some tough fixtures still to be played, this could go right down to the wire this season, but we do seem to raise our game against some of the bigger teams, so hopefully we can show our class today and after the international break. One positive could take away from Wednesday night is that the return of Jay Ejra and Andy Rinahomahata, probably just crucified his name. That's interesting. Ejaria, a fantastic player. QPR, let's have a look what they're saying. Like Reading, QPR have failed to blow teams away and have not beaten any side in the league by more than 2 goals so far this season. However, they are in a much better place now than they were earlier this season, and under Mark Warburton, QPR should enjoy some stability. Interesting. The last meeting was a 1-0 away victory to Reading. Interesting. Doesn't matter, a win is a win. I was going to say that I was thinking towards a QPR win. Let's have a look what you guys are saying in the chat. So Mark's saying a 2-1 victory to Reading in this one. Mark, managed to get your haircut then. I did indeed, yeah. Did this morning, and Nathan as well. He's actually out of bed. He's had his breakfast. He's all geared up for this afternoon as well. Cyber Leader has gone for, I'm not sure if I've gone over this. David Redcliffe's gone for a Barnsley 2-0 victory against Sheffield Wednesday. Cyber Leader's gone for a Wednesday 1-0. Cyber Leader's gone for 2-1 victory to Barnsley over Sheffield Wednesday. Cyber Leader's gone for a 2-1 victory to QPR against Reading. Interesting. Mark's gone for a 2-1 win to Reading. Ian, if the Swans win today, it will be the first time anyone has done the double with each other, if I remember correctly. That is correct, Ian. So far, nobody has ever won 2 matches in the South Wales Derby. That is an interesting fact a lot of people in England don't know. Hopefully that form will continue this afternoon with either a draw or a Cardiff win. I don't care. As long as we don't lose, then it'll be our hell. And I'm sure if I see you next week, if I'm in Swansea, Ian, I'm sure I'm going to get hell if I come down there and the Swans have won. That Cardiff City fan has gone for a Reading 1, QPR 4. Austin will score a hat-trick. And Todd Kane, sorry. 10 Step has gone for 2-1 victory to Reading. Mark Chapman's gone for a 0-0 an away victory to Millwall as well. Cyber Leader's gone, I need my hair cut badly. Yeah, get it done, Cyber Leader. But I believe you live in England, so only hairdressers in Wales are open at the moment. Maybe you could take a trip over the bridge to get your hair cut. It's Derby West. It's a Derby West Derby versus Reading and QPR. Mark, what's Nathan's predictions for Leicester versus Manchester United? Need to know badly. Is that in the FA Cup? Shall I go and get him now, guys? Mark, hold that thought. Before the end of the stream, we'll finish these predictions and I'll go and get Nathan. So you want to know your Leicester versus Manchester United. Right, anyway, back to this. What are we thinking, guys? Reading versus QPR. I am thinking... Are we thinking a draw? I'm going to go for a draw in this one. I'm going to go 1-1. So the final fixture of this afternoon is Stoke coming up against Derby County. Now, Stoke currently occupy 11th position in the table. Just the 1 victory in their last 6 fixtures, which was a home victory against Wickham. Last time out, they drew 0-0 against Cardiff City. They had their opportunities to win that one as well. Stoke did, although Cardiff had their opportunities as well. They lost on the road against Middlesbrough 3-0. They lost against Swansea at home 2-1. They lost against Brentford 2-1 as well, and they lost against Barnsley away 2-0. Now, Derby County, after picking up a bit recently, they've gone on a bit of a downwards turn, losing 3 of their last 6 and drawing 3 of the last 6 as well. They drew against Brentford last time out, interesting. Lost narrowly away at home against Millwall. That is just insane. Drawing against Brentford, who were in 4th in the table, and losing at home against Millwall, just insane. They drew against Barnsley, interesting. Lost away against Coventry and thumped by the mighty Bluebirds 4-0 on the road, and they also drew against Nottingham Forest. So, can Derby pick up all 3 points this afternoon? I don't think they can against Stoke. Can Stoke carve out a win? Interesting. Let's have a look what you guys are saying. Actually, before we do that, 50% of people are going for a Stoke City victory. 35% are going for a draw. And 15% are going for an away win to the Rams. Right, let's have a look. Alex Moreau, good morning from California. Alex, thank you for joining me this morning. Hope you were doing well. How is California? I hear restrictions over there. It's a tough place to live at the moment. A lot of people are moving to Texas, businesses, etc. So one day I am coming to California. I need to come to LA. I need to come to Frisco. I'm going to want to go to Las Vegas as well. I want to go to Oregon. But yeah, one day I will be over in California. Mark Chapman, yes. Yes, indeed. You've gone for a 1-0 victory to Stoke. Cardiff City, you are a legend. Bluebird legend. Cyber Leader has gone for a Stoke 1, Derby 2. Hate Stoke. They should be relegated as the Potters. Like a stupid nickname. They are the Potters. Cyber Leader has gone for a... If that comes out this afternoon, Cyber Leader, I will be over the moon. And on the stream this afternoon, which I'm sure you'll join, Nathan, I will make an appearance if Cardiff win. If they don't win, then I will not be appearing on his in his live stream. If we win, I'm on there. We lose, I'm off. So I believe California is the home of Apple. Indeed, it is, and many other, like Seattle and all that. It is the Silicon Valley and all that. Aussie Gaming, good morning to you, Aussie Gaming. Hope you're doing well, my friend. Hello, I just want to say, what's your score prediction for Leicester tomorrow? I believe I went for a Leicester victory, didn't I? Because they're playing, is it the FA Cup they're playing? I can't remember off the top of my head now. Leicester. Oh no, that's next week. It's FA Cup, isn't it? Let me just go here. I'm sure I went for a Leicester City victory. Let me just bring that up on the screen for March the 21st, if it's going to quicken up. Meanwhile, Screen Boy is Arsenal. Thumbs up there. 1-1 draw for Ian Lovesley for this Potters match. Come on, Cardiff. Come on, Cardiff. Indeed. Leicester. Bit slow, this internet this morning. Come on. Moving over to Sunday's fixtures. Mark Chapman has gone boo. Leicester aren't playing tomorrow. Yes, they are. They play Manchester United. I think on my predictions, didn't I draw? I think I went for a draw with Leicester winning in extra time. Yes, because they were out of the cup, out of UEFA Cup, or they call it Europa League. I did go for a 1-1 draw. I think Leicester will go through in extra time. But back to this fixture between Reading and Stoke. What are we thinking, guys? Sorry, Stoke and Derby. What am I saying? I think that Stoke are going to come through this match, and I am going to go for a 1-0 victory to the Potters in this one to end a bit of an indifferent bit of form. As always, it's the golden goal. Last week I think it was really late last week. It was something like about 10th minute or something ridiculous. But for the golden goal, I'm going to go for 6th minute this afternoon. I am going to go for head-to-head with Jeff. So let's just recap on my predictions, I've gone for a 2-0 victory for the Canaries over Blackburn Rovers. I've gone for a 1-0 victory for Barnsley over Sheffield Wednesday. I've gone for a draw between Millwall and Middlesbrough. I've gone for a 2-1 victory to Watford over Birmingham. I've gone for a 1-1 draw between Reading and QPR. And I've gone for a 1-0 victory for Stoke against Derby. Disappointingly, I haven't gone for any away victories, which is a little bit worrying if I want to win this £250,000. The only one that I could see possibly be an away victory is that QPR match. But let me submit my entry. And there we are. If I put a £10 note on these group of fixtures, then I'd come away with £940.50. If I was to put £5 on it, it'd come back as £470.25. And if I put £2 on, it would come back as £188.10. So, Mark, I need to get Nathan, but before I do that, yes, against the mighty Reds, yes, come on, Leicester in that fixture. Good mate, BBL. So I believe 2 weeks after this week's predictions is an international break. That is correct. We are going into this international break from Monday. I won't have a go at you next week, Paul, but I'm sure Mr. Clark will voice his opinion if I see Darren next week. God forbid in Swansea don't win, then I'm going to wear a disguise if I'm down in Swansea. I just couldn't face it. Maybe I'll give Swansea a wide berth next week. But yeah, a wide berth. Are you watching England versus San Marino on Thursday on ITV? Possibly Cyber Leader, but I am going to be watching Wales versus Belgium, Wales versus Czech Republic, and Wales against Mexico, which they're playing a friendly next Sunday, a week tomorrow. Elevator Kid, hello, I just want join to... Do you think Liverpool win against Real Madrid and get revenge? Elevator Kid, I haven't actually seen you in here for absolutely ages. Welcome back, my friend. No. Well, I can see Liverpool winning because in the Champions League they've done very well. Their form in the Premier League haven't been too well, but can they beat Real Madrid? You know, they're coming up against difficult tasks there. I think it'll be very close, but ultimately I think Real Madrid will just sneak through it, even though that Liverpool have been in fine form in the Champions League. Cardiff City fan has gone for an 8th minute for the golden goal. Mark Chapman has gone for 6, like me. Cardiff City fans gone for 8 minutes. Cyber Leader has gone for 7 minutes. Big evening of sport. Swans v Cardiff. Come on, Cardiff. And the big one for Wales for the Grand Slam. Yes, Ian. Can we beat France this afternoon? That's where the whole of Wales comes together as well. You've gone for a 7th minute. What do you do for a living, Paul? Nathan, eat for breakfast. I can't really tell you what I do for a living. I can't reveal that, I'm afraid. It's a bit top secret at the moment. Maybe I'll reveal it at some point. I'm really sorry, Mark, but I can't actually disclose anything to do with my works, unfortunately. That's just the way I've got to keep that private and away from any social media. What did you and Nathan eat for breakfast? I had Weetabix. Nathan had Cocoa Pops, and then he had some bacon. And actually, after the hairdressers, we actually went down Barry Island, had a quick look around as well. It was quite busy, I have to say, as well. Obviously, the fun fair's closed and all the arcades are as well, but it looked nice down there all the same. Cyber Leader, right. Wales versus Belgium, it's much more interesting at England versus San Marino. It is 10-step. And San Marino, Albania, Poland, England fixtures. Right, I'm going to go and get Nathan now, because Mark has asked for the Leicester versus Manchester United chat. So stay tuned. I'm going to be 30 seconds. Hi, I had Weetos. Weetos, lovely. 2 seconds. I'm going to go and get Nathan now. Coming back, guys. Wait, somewhere down. You know, what's that? Yeah, right. I know. We have a special guest. Come on. There we go. What's that? Right here. Right. What? Mark, this guy at Bacon. Look at this hair. Look at that hair. What? It's a skin fit. And that way. Yeah. Fantastic. Well, right. Mark Chapman is asking, what do you think tomorrow in the FA Cup, Leicester City against Manchester United is going to be? Now, I've predicted a 1-1 draw in my predictions video, with Leicester City going through with an extra time winner. What are your thoughts on that Leicester City versus Manchester United match?
I think Leicester are going to do it 2-0. I think Man United just a bit inconsistent, really. They might have a chance of doing something, but it's going to come down all the way. But I don't know. I think Leicester have got it, and I think they're going to push for another trophy.
Fantastic. And your thoughts on Manchester United in general? Because there's been a little bit of beef in the chat and comment section over the last month or so.
I do predict them to win, so I don't know what everyone's going on about, really.
Fantastic. Let's have a look. Are you FBI? I cannot say. I thought Boris said shops are not open until April, or is that only England because he's Prime Minister of the whole of the UK? Don't really want to go into politics, but in Wales, the only things that have opened are hairdressing salons, and that's about it. Hopefully, non-essential shops will open in April.
Sometime in April. They might push it back, knowing him.
April, but hair. The only thing we can do now, we can walk locally.
Yeah.
We can go out. We can actually drive for 5 miles, go for exercise, and we can get our Barnets done as well. Please say Leicester, Nathan. You did indeed. Come on, Leicester. Come on, the Foxes. And good luck, Leicester, from Screen Boy. Yeah. And Nathan, say hello to me, Lovesy.
Welcome in, Lovesy. Hope you're having a good one.
Yeah. And what about the sign?
It's amazing, isn't it?
Actually, do you want to go and get the power?
Where is it?
We got the thing on the... Yeah, jump up a second.
Yeah. Right, where is it?
It's gone. Typical. Here we go. Let's get this. Do you want to say anything in the chat?
Not really.
Will I put this? Can you travel to England?
No, we're not allowed.
Why aren't we?
We've had a travel ban to England since November.
November. It is like a prison in Wales at the moment. And Ian, just for you, there we are on air. Fantastic. Looks better. Sort of there. But that is absolutely superb. Let me just put that down there. Anyway, before we go, Nathan, I want to have your thoughts on these predictions. So, what are your thoughts on the predictions before everyone goes? Norwich versus Blackburn?
Yeah, I can agree on that. Blackburn, poor run of form recently, and Norwich have the league, even though they're going down straight back down bottom of the league next season. Watford should be a simple win for them.
Hang on, let's go down.
Okay, yeah.
So it's what's your score prediction for Norwich?
3-0 Norwich.
Okay, and Barnsley against Sheffield Wednesday?
Barnsley, good run of form. I hope Sheffield Wednesday have something to offer. 1-0.
Now, okay. Millwall versus Middlesbrough, tough one to call that one.
Millwall Borough, that's difficult. I'm going to go Desmond's 2-2.
Okay, and Watford versus Birmingham. Birmingham, new manager.
There might be a manager bounce into Lee Boyer. I mean, he is a club legend because he was the captain of when they won the Carling Cup.
And they did win in midweek as well.
They did win in midweek, but I think it's Watford. They're on a good run of form and they look spectacular last week. So
5 wins in the last 6.
I'm going to go 3-1.
And Reading QPR?
2-1 QPR.
Yeah, recently. No. And finally Stoke versus Derby?
0-0 draw.
0-0 draw.
Yeah,
I think it's going to be a boring 0-0 draw.
Yeah, Stoke looked terrible last time.
There we are.
There we are. We're sorted.
Okay, so before we go then, the Cardiff City fan has gone for a 1-0 Manchester United win. Good luck, Leicester. Yes, back to normal, thank God. April 12th in England. Cyber Leader says, can you travel to England? No. Mark's gone for gone for a 2-0 victory to Swansea in that one. 10-step, no one cares about fashion and clothes shops opening. All we need is fans into correct 10-step. We need to get back in those stadiums.
The only problem is England have got a date. Wales, no date.
That's correct. So I believe Bournemouth FA Cup over Southampton.
Come on, Bournemouth.
I think in my predictions video I've gone for a sneaky 2-1 victory to Bournemouth, I believe. Glad you enjoyed the gift. Brilliant, lads.
Awesome stuff. Appreciate it.
Much appreciated. Cyber Leader, WHUFC, 17th of May. 10-step.
Lucky.
Jay said in England, 17th of May. Is that maybe 1 match, 2 matches we can get to then? You and Nathan should do this every week. Will you appear, Nathan?
Maybe.
Will you get out of bed?
Probably not.
Okay, 17th of May is the end of the season for the championship.
So
maybe we can get the last game, but that's going to be a disadvantage for one team, isn't it?
2 teams.
Maybe we'll get into the playoffs. Maybe the playoffs will be in front of fans.
Maybe. But the thing is with it, if Cardiff and Swansea are both in the playoffs, then only half of the team's going to have fans in. It's going to be
Home
unfair.
and away.
Yeah,
Home and away in the playoffs? Maybe.
but Wales won't be allowed at all.
Mr. Dripford, yeah. Drakeford. Have you forgiven Ollie, Nathan? No?
Disgraceful manager for us.
But he's doing it, getting my own back. Yes, indeed, Mark. What's your nearest English stadium? I would say, as a crow flies, it's probably Ashton.
It's not.
No.
It's the Memorial Stadium of Bristol Rovers.
Is it?
Yes.
Hang on, what about Cheltenham Town? No, Hereford.
Yeah, but they're not in the league, are they?
Yeah. Nearest England? No, I'd say Hereford.
Maybe
Probably
Hereford.
Bath City, perhaps.
No, it is the Memorial Stadium, Bristol Rovers.
Right, yeah, we're going to have to round this up as well. Ian, have a good day, both. Come on, the Swans, and Wales for the Grand Slam.
You said, "Come on, the Swans."
Ooh.
I just said it as well.
Come
on, Bluebirds. We are your
Bluebirds.
capital. I'm getting ready already, guys.
That's cringe. Do the Ayatollah. There we go.
Come on,
yeah, well done. Nathan at Old Trafford, love to see. Yeah, I've actually been to Old Trafford. I've seen Manchester United play Newcastle United years ago, and I think Mark Hughes scored in that fixture. Maybe Leeds. Yeah, I've been up to Leeds as well, cyber leader. So that concludes my predictions for this Soccer Saturday Super 6. Nathan, tell us, you're going to be on around about 20 past 5 this afternoon. What's going on?
5, make sure you're there, guys. It's starting early. We got to start early, haven't we, guys? Come on, City. Do not lose under any circumstances, otherwise it'll be hell. And yeah, come on, City.
Fantastic. Thanks. Let me know. I can sort it. What, going to Manchester United?
If we get back to the Prem, we're going.
Yeah, definitely. But we want to be in the away
section,
section, not the home section. So there we are. But maybe if as a neutral, we could go and watch Manchester United. I don't like Swans there. Leader. Yeah, maybe as a neutral watching Man United play somebody like, I don't know, Chelsea or someone like that. But thanks for joining us once again on this Saturday morning. It's been good fun this morning, a little bit different. Nathan's actually joined us for a change. Make sure you watch the live stream this afternoon for Cardiff City or Swansea, that team down the road against Cardiff City. And that is it. Enjoy your afternoon. I'm going to be busy in the garden for the rest of the afternoon. But for now, thanks, guys. Screenboy, well done to you as well, mate. Thanks for joining us. See you there, Mark. Thanks for joining us. See you later. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye for now. Enjoy your football over the weekend.
Come on, Wales, and come on.
Imagine England win the Euros.